Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Meteorologist Jim Caldwell tracking a little bit of a warm-up heading into the weekend. We could actually see temperatures climb to around 60 degrees by Sunday before they crash again. I'll have the latest for you.
This is our first year without a happy Thanksgiving.
An Owingsville mother struggles to explain her heartache as she continues to search for her missing daughter.
And Kentucky's early inmate release program is saving the Commonwealth millions of dollars, but just how well is it working? We'll show you coming up. WKYT News at 5:30 starts now. Good evening to you. I hope you're having a happy Thanksgiving. But if you looked out the window this morning, you might have thought it was Christmas morning for a moment. Many areas had a coating of snow this morning, but some of that snow is starting to disappear, but the cold temperatures are sticking around for us. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the cold. How about it, Jim?
You know, that's the kind of scene you do want to see come Christmas morning. Just a little bit of snow on the ground, not enough to cause any major problems. But it's Thanksgiving, and people are out stirring around on this cold Thanksgiving day. And there you see what it looks like outside right now in Lexington as we're looking back toward downtown. A lot of traffic buzzing along there on Winchester Road, too. You can see a lot of the taillights there and the headlights coming toward us as well. Right now in Lexington, we're at 31 degrees with a feels-like temperature of 22. That's thanks to this right here, that westerly wind coming in at around 12 miles per hour, making it feel obviously much, much cooler out there this evening. We look out toward the east. We're tracking a little batch of snow that's now working its way through Moorhead and down into eastern Kentucky as well, around Pikeville through Hazard, a few little snow showers here and there, and then more energy just to our north. See it streaming through parts of Indiana, and it'll eventually make its way toward us here in central Kentucky. That's the trajectory that it's on right now, so it'll be headed toward us. Our breakdown for you as we look ahead. Snow showers out there this evening. Then we look at milder air returning this weekend, and then just plain old cold rain showers coming into play by this weekend and early next week. I'll have the rest of this forecast coming up for you in just a few minutes.
All right, Jim, we'll check in with you then. Thank you. She has been missing for 2 months, but there are still only a few leads in the case of a Bath County woman. Now, on this Thanksgiving night, Norma Jo Brown's mother is pleading for information in her daughter's disappearance. Miranda Combs sat down with the missing woman's mother today in our top story at 5:30.
You know that mashed potatoes and dumplings and...
They've been preparing all morning, but this Thanksgiving brings something they never could have prepared for.
This is our first year without a happy Thanksgiving.
Sharon King will have 5 of her children over for dinner tonight. Their children will be here too.
A long time since we've seen
He
her.
was barely walking. She is one of King's middle daughters, Norma Jo Brown. She disappeared from their lives on September 23rd.
I cried all night. I cried all morning, pleading and saying, you know, Norma, where you at, honey? Please come home. We love you. We love you. We want you back.
King says the last person seen with her daughter was Kevin Howard, a man now in jail accused of killing a Kentucky professor.
That's all I want to do is give us a clue. Just somebody. They have to be somebody out there that knows something.
Because here, the clocks that cover the walls are a constant reminder of time passing. The calendar has flipped from warmer September days to the cold of November.
I don't want to think the worst, but time goes on. Weeks went by, went passing, and now it's months.
She says few leads have come to state police.
If I knew where I had a clue where she was at, I'd go look for her myself to bring her home.
Because until there's closure, this family, this meal
Eat an extra plate of stuff for Norma Jo.
will not be complete.
A piece of me is out there with her. Wherever she's at, there's a piece of me with her too.
In Owingsville, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
King says Norma Jo Brown was last seen leaving Salt Lick with Kevin Howard, and that was on September 23rd. Deputies have arrested a woman accused of stabbing her roommate in the throat. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Whitley County. According to the Corbin Times-Tribune, deputies were sent to a home on Ova Lane early Wednesday morning and found a man suffering from a pair of stab wounds. Deputies eventually tracked down and arrested 53-year-old Teresa Fisher. She faces first-degree assault charges. The victim was taken to UK Hospital, where he was treated and then released. In Rockcastle County, slick roads were to blame for a crash today. A pickup truck overturned on I-75 around 3 this morning. The driver told police he lost control. The truck ended up on its side. The Mount Vernon Fire Department says they had to block one lane near the Mount Vernon exit for cleanup, but the exit is back open tonight. The driver had minor injuries. Kentucky's early release program has saved the Commonwealth $29 million in 2 years. House Bill 463 was designed to monitor released inmates with the hopes it will cut down on re-offenders. As Ann Bowden reports, supporters say it's working and fewer offenders are ending up back behind bars.
Less crime, less cost, better public safety.
That's what Representatives John Tilley and Jim Wayne say House Bill 463 is all about. Before the bill, nearly 50% of Kentucky inmates released after serving their sentence reoffended. The national average is 48%.
They've been institutionalized, and to open that door and say good luck is just bad public policy, and it's not good for public safety, and it's not good for that victim.
In 2008, work began on the mandatory reentry supervision program. Qualified inmates with 6 months or less from their release date are reviewed, and some are released into the program. The inmates are monitored, counseled, and assisted as they reenter society.
So they can be productive members of the community and redirect their lives in a positive manner.
In 2012, 900 inmates were released. To date, 9,919 inmates have been let out early into the program. According to the Kentucky Department of Corrections, a lesser 18.45% are back in prison.
We know that there are 30% fewer offenses committed, that the reoffense rate is 30% better while these individuals are being supervised. And that's the real success, the public safety success.
154 inmates from the Metro were released into that first round in 2012. Those convicted of the most serious crime of manslaughter included Demetrius Davis, Richard Spellman, Michael Prescott, Malcolm Parsons, Calvin Jones, and Robert Tucker. 2 are facing charges in connection to new crimes. Calvin Jones hit a man and dragged him under his car to his death in September of 2010. Now, he's back behind bars at Metro Corrections, charged with kidnapping and robbery for a May 2013 bank robbery. Demetrius Davis shot a man to death in 2005. He's now charged with assault of an officer, fleeing and evading police, and trafficking in a controlled substance. According to court documents, Davis is a fugitive. The other 4 men have no new charges in Jefferson County. While these representatives admit the bill isn't foolproof, they say it's an improvement.
If I thought for 1 second that this was doing anything to increase the likelihood that a victim would be re-victimized, I wouldn't support it.
And that was Ann Bowden reporting. Class A felons, those charged with murder, maximum security inmates, and those who have sentences 2 years or less do not qualify for the early release program. A bit of relief for drivers at the pump this Thanksgiving. On Tuesday, gas prices went up at many gas stations in Lexington. We found a gallon of gas for $2.89 then, but today the average is about $2.80. We've even spotted some gas stations in Lexington that had a gallon of gas for less than $2.70. Thanksgiving doesn't just mean holiday traveling. Black Friday shopping is already underway. Check out this live picture of Toys R Us in Lexington. The doors opened about a half an hour ago, and dozens of people filed in. They didn't waste any time hitting the aisles for those toys. Store employees tell us some of the biggest deals will only last until 9 tonight, but Toys R Us will be open until 11 tomorrow night. Some people couldn't wait until this evening to shop. While many of you were sleeping in this holiday, a lot of people were up early getting deals at many stores like Meijer. It was more than 6-hour wait for shoppers like Ted Johnston. It all paid off, though, when he says he got a 48-inch flat screen TV for less than $200.
Every year, me and my family all look on all the Black Friday ads and see where the best deals are. And this year it's looked like the best deal, so here I am.
Now, for those of you who would like to wait and shop actually on Black Friday, we have a list for you of some participating stores and their hours. All you have to do is go to our website, WKYT.com. All right, speaking of shopping, tomorrow, maybe even tonight, some of you may be doing a little early Christmas shopping. So in today's Good Question, how you can help someone in need this Christmas by picking up just a few extra items. I saw where WKYT is hosting a drop-off site for children's toys. When and how do I donate is our question today. Well, it is very easy. WKYT is partnered with Mission of Hope. We will be holding a Christmas drive to collect toys, personal hygiene items, and non-perishable foods for children in Eastern Kentucky. You can drop off the items Monday, December 1st from 9 until about 6 here at 2851 Winchester Road. You can come on out, see us here at the station, and help us pack our lobby with all those toys. WKYT.com.
We are seeing a huge amount of classics that are re-emerging.
The toy industry doesn't play around during the holidays. We will talk to the experts who tell us how they hope to boost sales and what's topping wish lists right after the break. Also ahead, they may be studying at high-priced universities, but a growing number of college students are turning to food pantries for their next meal. Coming up tonight on WKYT News at 6, we'll show you who is now helping those students out.
Follow WKYT online at WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Remember the days when a single toy whipped parents, children, and stores into a holiday frenzy? Well, things have changed over the years as electronics and gaming systems rank higher on children's wish lists and toy sales have slipped. Karen Kafo looks at some of the items aiming to bring back the joy to toy stores this season.
Which of these toys will be the single runaway hit of the season? Likely none of them.
Although there are some key trends that we're seeing, there's not one hot toy that we can say, we see emerging this year or coming out in the next couple of years.
Toy sales slipped by 1% last year as tablets and smartphones took spots on kids' wish lists, and the holiday season again lacked the frenzy of one must-have item. The best bet to buoy business this year, a trend that just toppled Barbie on the National Retail Federation's list of most wanted toys for girls. Toy expert Elizabeth Werner says kids don't want to let Frozen go.
Both boys and gals are loving Olaf, but of course they're looking for Elsa, for Anna, and the music is a rocket ship as well. So anything with the music built in, from the dolls to the costuming, kids are out there looking for.
Other characters on hot lists, Doc McStuffins and Transformers. Even resurgent 90s nostalgia like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Elmo.
Elmo's the champion cowboy. We are seeing a huge amount of classics that are re-emerging, lots of toys that everyone remembers, and just sort of that back-to-basic playtime that inspires creativity and imagination.
That's why Lori Schacht of the Toy Insider says gadgets won't replace traditional play just yet.
Well, technology is huge in our kids' lives these days, and we see that some of these kids are swiping before they're even speaking. It's not taking away from the well-balanced toy box that kids should have.
Crafts and jewelry are big for girls, and an old favorite tops the list of the NRF's must-haves for boys, Legos.
What's nice about a project like this, mom, dad, the kids, everyone can sit together and work as a family. And really, that's the best quality bonding time. And at the holidays, what a great idea.
Whether high-tech or low-tech, experts say not to wait around for deals on coveted toys. Missing out on a smiling face on Christmas morning, that's just too costly. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafo.